Here's what I would do if I were Taylor Swift. I think she should buy Chrome. It's like a lot of Chrome is used to look up my music, and it makes sense for me to buy Chrome. Who are the people she has beef with? She could just like remove them from the internet.
Poor Blake Lively is gonna be wiped away.
It's like Blake Lively's number one fear. She wakes up in cold sweats every night thinking that Taylor's gonna buy Chrome. And like that will be the end.
More or less. Is it no or is it yes? We'll debate the text that's best when we get more or less. Dave and Britt plus Sam and Jess put it all right to the test. More or less.
Why, hello, friends. Welcome to another episode of More or Less, mid-August edition. How's good old Marin Morins? The doldrums of summer.
We continue to keep holding it down out here. No one's around. Please come back.
No one's around. School's about to start in 1 week. So for us.
I was in the city yesterday and it's shockingly alive. It's very interesting.
Say more, Dave.
I've been in and out, obviously do a lot of meetings in the city every week. And I was pleasantly surprised by how active even like Soma, like where my old office, where the Path office was around 301 Howard, Town Hall Restaurant, like that whole zone, which is kind of like the oldest school startup zone.
I have not been to Town Hall in a decade.
Yeah. It's like pretty hopping down there.
Dave, did you go to the Pied Piper bar? Because that's the one that I assume is hopping the biggest.
No, which one's the Pied Piper? Is it actually called Pied Piper?
Yeah, it's the most important bar right now in San Francisco, and it's in the Palace Hotel. And I assume that's where all the cool kids are hanging out, following the Pied Piper.
I was doing work with one of our startups. So
wait, Sam, why is that bar hot? I feel like I should know this. I worked across it for 7 years.
Because they're following the AI Pied Piper. I think his name might be Sam Altman. I don't know.
I didn't know if that was also a reference to the Silicon Valley show, to Richard.
I'm not sure. No. It's been around for a long time.
That's what I thought.
No, I thought you were making that
show.
reference. Yeah.
No, I'm talking about the moment.
The moment. Okay. Follow the AI. Sam, why the Pied Piper? I don't get it. What's the joke?
You know the story of the Pied Piper? 12 kids follow the Pied Piper with the rats.
And you're saying this is the hot bar because of what's happening in technology.
Because Sam Altman is the Pied Piper.
Got it.
Wasn't Pied Piper in Silicon Valley the tea show?
Yeah, but that's the joke. Guys, you missed the entire joke of what the whole point of the Silicon Valley TV show was, which is what Pied Piper actually is. Did you guys actually not know? You don't know the story of the Pied Piper?
No,
well, of course
I think we know
do.
the Pied Piper.
Yeah.
And you just missed that that's the connection in Silicon Valley?
No, we just were wondering whether in this moment you were making a HBO Silicon Valley joke or a different joke. Thanks for clarifying.
I'm making a joke about
what's your
AI.
point?
It's an AI joke.
Okay, so San Francisco's back. Town Hall.
All the children have followed the Pied Piper to San Francisco.
So the Howard Street, because I feel like the, oh God, I'm really losing my brain. What's the area where the Battery is?
That would be like Jackson Square.
Jackson Square.
Yeah.
They've been taking the buzz, but Dave, you're saying that the love is distributed.
Yeah, well, so Jackson Square has, been, depending on where you are in Jackson Square, has been up on the up and up. But then also I saw an article last week about sort of the North Mission because of OpenAI and Anthropic all being over there. That's like the hot spot. And so
the information's in the design district, which would be adjacent to the North Mission. So
Slow Ventures on record has been in the for
Jackson
10
Square.
plus years has been in Jackson Square waiting for the shit to come up around us.
True seed investor,
we
Sam.
were the
True
first
seed
there,
investor.
Sam. Nobody else was around. Although
it was expensive.
David Sachs was next door,
There's a lot of strip clubs. There still are a lot of strip clubs, which is fascinating.
Did this go into why you chose that location, Sam?
Because it's North Beach and Jackson Square, and it's awesome.
I don't really understand how these strip clubs survive in San Francisco. They can't. I will admit, I've actually literally never been in one of them, which is very off-brand. And I just can't imagine that they're very good, but they survive.
I bet there's like some secret black ops going on in the downstairs.
Yeah,
of
you're
the
right.
strip
It's probably like a drug business or something. It's not actually
a Bitcoin mining operation. Yeah,
totally.
Sam, you know what's
downstairs.
not off-brand? What's now very on-brand is you're eating once again. What are you eating? You're pulling a Brad Pitt over there.
Well, I'm very hungry, and I found this other cabin where apparently some of our crackers were and some cheese, so I'm eating those.
Which
But
other
yes, you are
cabin?
right that I've learned from Brad Pitt that you should always be eating on camera, so that's kind of what I do now. You told me you like Brad Pitt. You told me Brad Pitt was hot, so I'm trying to be a little Brad Pitt here for you.
Brad Pitt is hot. This is not a controversial take.
He doesn't age either.
Okay, so Dave, were you going to tell us about what happened in San Francisco before we just got obsessed with
I was
asking
just
about
interested.
neighborhoods?
It's
Okay.
things are nice, clean. It was a beautiful day. Lots of people running around with startup shirts on. And it looked like mid
Too hot for
2010s to
hoodies.
me. Yeah, it looked like I was very surprised.
Okay. Britt, when was the last time you were wandering the streets of San Francisco?
I was also in San Francisco yesterday doing lots of meetings.
Okay.
I mean, I think I agree with Dave. And I've gotten probably 5 event invites this week to conferences. It's like everyone knew the second week of August is when you should send the event conference invite for September once people are like truly back and school's back. And so I think September to November is going to be insane, and it's already ramping. So here we go.
There you go. Tell us, broadly speaking, are these AI conferences?
Yeah.
Like, where's the pulse?
There's an AI SaaS conference.
Yeah,
There's
I'm hosting an AI conference in September, but it's in New York.
Oh my God.
So
Can we just all have one conference? Can we please have one conference for AI so I don't have to go to 5 of them?
And we're sending our conference invite as soon as we finish the list.
yeah,
But
Sam and I went through. You guys will get
guys,
it.
I feel like I'm all AI SaaS. I feel like that's my brand.
Okay, say more,
A
Sam.
little AI SaaS, is that what this conference is about?
We should do a sub-brand conference that's actually AI SaaS, and people just make fun of AI.
It's like real AI SaaS. We're a little sassy AI,
I like it.
You know what conference tell me if you think this is a good or bad idea, but obviously we will talk about the technology news as well as the Taylor Swift news of the week.
Very
And
important.
in the technology news, I think a theme that Sam has led this podcast in discussions of for months, if not years, meme capitalism, the power of the meme, is just like so alive and well. Perplexity's unsolicited offer for Chrome being the example du jour. And I was wondering today, I'm like, I bet if one hosted a conference, the premise of which was here's the toolkit to effectively do meme capitalism, you could sell a lot of tickets. I don't know that the world needs this conference because there are pros and cons to war of attrition around this stuff. But I'm pretty sure you could convene an interesting group on said subject. What do you guys think? Would you come to my meme capitalism conference?
100%.
Okay,
Yeah.
Dave's in. Dave, you're speaking. Okay.
What I'd say is branded as meme safety. People love safety.
Oh, like if you've been memed, how you meme react,
Come
meme
learn how to be
defense.
safe from memes and this terrible world of the memes. And people will show up and they're like, thank God that someone's keeping us safe from the memes. But really, you're just teaching them how to
And
do
we
the
can
memes.
pitch a meme insurance company.
Isn't meme safety more meming? This is what I've learned from the meme.
Yeah.
Like you have to just out meme the
Yeah,
meme.
again, it's just branding. So the libtards don't go all up in your ass.
Oh my
you gotta be
God.
like meme safety. Speaking of which, did you guys see Gavin Newsom getting on the meme train?
Oh my God.
No.
Sam, fill people in because this one's kind of wild.
What's going on?
Gavin Newsom just out of the blue just called for the resignation of the president of Harvard for doing any deal with Donald Trump. And you're like, wow, you have no stake in this and have no idea what you're talking about. But you clearly read the memo, which is just say shit on the internet, right? And then create controversy and people will know your name. But he's trying.
That's
Well,
crazy.
yeah, and now we're talking about him on a podcast. So clearly it's
And there was
working.
the other one I only saw this in passing, but someone wrote a great article. I don't remember who because it's the internet about Eric Adams. I think that's his name, the current mayor of New York,
Yes.
right? And apparently, I really want to follow him on Instagram because apparently he has the greatest Instagram account of all time. Where he's so bad at Instagram, it's like art, and it's apparently great. Apparently he I think there's a line in this article about how he has so badly butchered he tries to do the memes, but he butchers them beyond recognition. It's apparently amazing. So it might be that Eric Adams is actually opening up a new era in meme warfare.
I actually think if you did post meme and meme defense, you might hit more of the hot buttons of things that got people to come to a conference or
I think a sign of a good conference is you need at least some people protesting it.
God.
Like if no one's going to protest your conference, then you probably didn't do a good enough job marketing it.
That's why I still host a women's conference. Still controversial.
You know what? Would you like? I would be happy to lead a men's protest.
Can you guys pick it at Jess's women's event this fall?
Let's go pick it.
You're going to be wandering the beautiful vineyards of Napa, and you're going to be so happy.
Let's you and me lead a men's protest of the Napa Conference for Women, and we can have like a husband's tack on event. We used to have a group called the Man Candies. Remember that?
Bring them back. Bring back the Man Candies. Yep.
Successful men supporting more successful women. So I think that if we started a man candy protest of the WTF conference.
Yeah, we've got to buy all the billboards.
We could rent like an Airbnb. We could get a lot of beer.
I'll give you bathroom access and water, but that's it.
No, you can't give that stuff to us.
I'll give you bathroom access and water because
just porta potties.
I'm not a monster.
Yeah,
I'm not
you're
a
so
monster.
Humane. Yeah,
but not like the good.
I'm glad
bathrooms.
you believe in human rights, Jess.
Yeah, basics.
Jess, what are the dates? Maybe we're going to go protest.
October 28th and 29th. Theinformation.com/WTF. Britt will be there. Paris Hilton will be there.
We're also going to buy all the billboards locally, and protest on the billboards.
Like too much money. I'd rather spend it for a men's conference. It should be spent on beer. It's like we should just buy a lot of Natty Light and like play beer pong to their conference.
Well, you also need some like athletic brewing company. Like there's like NA beer that you need to have there too.
You get no swag bags. No, not for the Man Candies.
We're making our own swag bags.
Yeah,
full of Natty Light.
Counter program.
We got to brainstorm it. There's something here. There's something here. See, what we can do? We can sell tickets to the protest. We can try to make money than WTF.
I love it.
With the proceeds going to WTF.
What's the closest hotel? Yeah.
The protest needs sponsors and like not Hamas, like real sponsors.
Like very Trumpian sponsors.
Guys, my brand partnership team is listening to this and screaming, just so you know.
What are you talking about? We're going to make them so much money.
Yeah. That's the point.
Yeah.
Do you know what the counter protest? You're going to sell these things like hotcakes.
I know. No, I agree.
This is thematic warfare.
I agree. In fact, I'm thinking, who protests the Man Candies? Because I'm gonna react to your protest.
Yeah, this is a Russian doll.
I don't know. I have to look up in my lexicon of something.
But I go back to this. I think that like there's really something here, and like one of the most important things. I think it's 50-50. Sydney Sweeney like planted all of the protests about Sydney Sweeney. Like this is a key element of mimetic warfare.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, I feel like that's too smart for her, but her people did. Ryan Reynolds' firm that did the Gwyneth Paltrow ad after the Coldplay thing happened.
Yeah, they're good.
That's their number one thing.
They should partner with you on this, Sam. Ryan should show up, actually.
For someone who wants to do for someone who like enjoys doing lots of work instead of just yelling on podcasts, there's a great service business to be built. Protests on demand. You know what I mean? Like for this type of stuff. It's true. Right? Where like you can spin up a protest.
Sam, this was our real miss with Bannerman. We were, doing security on demand was the wrong bet.
And with social media, you need like 3 actors, and you can make it seem like, you need very little to make it seem very big.
It's also great because, Hollywood needs a new business model, right?
It does.
Like Hollywood's screwed. And so all these extras, like I feel like there's a lot of extras looking for work. You could be, protester number 7 in the WTF protest, or like we can have like headshots of all the people you want in the protest,
Yeah. Okay.
There's so many options.
I just have to prevent my speakers and my brand partners from flipping out, but hopefully they'll be in on the game and they'll see.
But you have to sell it. You can't tell them. No. You have to like sell it as real.
Yeah, no, totally. Like I have to be like shocked, outraged.
It's like the signs you like, men are awesome. Let men in.
Yeah.
Excluded.
Ooh, and we can unionize the extras, Sam.
Oh my God, you guys are troublemakers. Okay, so
Jess, take us to the news.
What was this? So first of all, Morins/Sam, do you use Perplexity? We don't talk enough about Perplexity, and I have my own reasons why.
No, we talk plenty about Perplexity, which is 0.
Okay. So Sam and I are on the same page here.
There was a time in which I used Perplexity. In the very beginning, I remember Perplexity being my preferred LLM of choice.
I once asked it for tennis shoe recommendations. Yes.
And did it give you good answers?
It claimed to know it had incorrect information about the availability of items. So this was probably 6 months ago. It was better at providing links, which again, ChatGPT, please explain. I'm actually finally going to ask someone directly, like why there aren't more links. But I liked that it did that. But then the shoes were out of stock. So that ended my perplexity. Also, they have a reputation of being the worst for violating publishers' terms of service, crawling.
Yeah, Cloudflare put out this whole report about how they're like doing all sorts of shady shit. And Cloudflare is great. So we trust Cloudflare.
Yeah, we love Cloudflare. Okay, so the lessons: don't use Perplexity.
Perplexity did the best math when I was giving it a bunch of sort of like financial. I was doing like a financial budgeting exercise. I know.
But they don't even have their own. They don't have their own model.
Okay, so they're not a model. They were good at
math.
Math. We published all their financials, so they got pissed.
And their value is what, 18 billion right now versus like everyone else's.
They're the AI meme stock.
Yeah.
They're not even that.
I got to look up what the numbers are. Dave, have you used Perplexity lately?
The answer is no, I don't use it.
Okay.
I did use it a year ago, but I actually think this is actually your classic technology cycle story around when a new technology cycle starts. There are a bunch of different players in the market, and one of them will kind of choose a product lane that the other one that is the actual leader will just subsume over time. Mm-hmm. And I remember that they were like the only way to do things that browsed the internet and did a model query for a while.
Right,
and so everybody was using it to do that. And ChatGPT didn't have, ChatGPT didn't have search or browsing functionality back then. So everybody was using it for this 2-month window. And then as soon as ChatGPT added search and then integrated browsing directly into the core function, boom, gone. I haven't used it since.
Guys, it has $34 million in revenue, according to the information. Last year.
That's awful.
34 million.
And they're going to pay 34 billion for Chrome.
Perplexity generated 34 million last year. This article was written this year. So I asked the information deep research. According to the information's reporting, Perplexity is a company defined by a dizzying pace of fundraising and a soaring valuation disconnected from its current revenue.
I didn't know that until just now. So it's very interesting.
There's more. I could read the whole thing for you, Dave. I'm going to send this to you.
This is the whole thing is just because AI is a cool product doesn't make it good business. And by the way, in terms of 34 million, you know who now has more revenue than Perplexity in 45 days? Oh. Wen from Smarking. Remember Wen, Dave?
Yeah. Ooh, how's Wen doing?
So Wen's crushing
I love Wen.
We backed Wen.
Can you guys tell the people who Wen are? Please tell the people about Wen.
Exactly. Smarking, what is that?
It was a company that we backed a bajillion years ago. This great guy, Wen.
Super cool guy.
I think he's a PhD from MIT in AI machine learning, but OG. And I gotta say, I always loved this guy, and the company never really worked. And he just he just kept working it and was so committed. I really appreciate the drive. But it's one of those ones where sometimes you're just if Wen will forgive me, you're trying to beat water out of a stone. And this one was just beating water out of a stone. And so I actually don't know the details. I just saw a headline flow through and just texted him and we're going to catch up early next week. But I'm just so happy for him because it's one of those you want the good guys to win, and he apparently launched this thing, and in 45 days they won from I can't remember. I think it's 45 days to 35 million in revenue.
What?
Pretty fucking
this
good.
Is the same company though that you invested in, or he started a new company?
No, of course not. We never make money on these. We just we always fund the first experiment, and then we lose money because we don't. That's how we do this.
So we started at something totally new that's crushing it now. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it's great. I'm it's GenSpark. Do you guys know GenSpark?
Wait, this isn't Smarking? It's a new thing?
No, we're not making any money on this. We're just excited that Wen is winning. We love Wen. We've always been pro Wen.
Come on, Wen.
No, we're happy for Wen.
Why didn't you invest in his new company?
I don't know, and I have been looking at my email to decide to figure out if he invited us to or not.
Often they don't. This is actually kind of a sad thing.
No, I think Wen would have.
No, I know, but often they don't because they feel bad. This is the thing that I find is that often founders don't reach out to the investors from the prior thing because they feel bad that they lost money or that they failed, which I think is a big mistake.
That's
it happens
not my
a lot.
Experience. Really?
Yeah.
I think
maybe
it's true.
you guys are nice, but
so if you're a founder and you failed and we invested call us for your second, third, fourth time. I will always invest.
Now Dave and Sam have to invest in you because they've made this promise.
No, I actually don't agree with that. I will not always invest in you, but you should call me. And if you can all be when, then of course I'll invest.
Guys, I have another problem. Maybe you can help me troubleshoot. So upon seeing this deep research, since I've been on vacation, a new line has appeared at the bottom of this page. This says, do not sell or share my personal info. Is there like a new thing where this has to be on like every website?
Yeah. This isn't a new thing, Jess.
I know, but why does
this is an old thing?
It's in our terms, like we comply with all laws, but like why the team put it right below the deep research prompt box? I'm like very confused.
I think the UX can be different, but
okay.
You should change it to say, please sell my personal info.
No, I know. And again, we went through this before, but I'm just like why you have a prompt box. Ask deep research. Do not share my info. Good Lord. Okay. Do people even care about those messages
Can you make
anymore?
it a radio button where it's just, if you're going to, you might as well lean into it and just make it like a radio button where like, it's like, please sell my info.
We do
or
not
sell
sell targeted advertising.
Of course you don't. I'm just saying it's like it's like
you could one day.
We sell like newsletter sponsorships. We have site topics takeovers, but we are not in the banner targeted personalized
but I just
ad
feel like
game.
it's a very mid-wit thing. Everyone puts like a mid-wit thing. Like if you're going to put a ridiculous notice on a page, you want to like go crazy with it.
Jess, can I give you one product suggestion while I'm looking at deep research right now?
I'll take
I think
a couple,
you need to let the average user who's not a pro user try at least a couple deep research searches before you pitch them on upgrading, because I'm totally blocked from it and I shouldn't
Britt,
be.
you're not a pro subscriber. This is
I
like
thought
you
I
were
was. I
breaking
don't know
up with
why.
me.
I didn't know I wasn't.
So, Britt, so this is like you could walk into any information meeting and this topic of should regular subscribers, and they're not regular subscribers, our subscribers, get like limited access to this feature.
Yeah.
And the problem is the data would tell you no based on the rate of upgrades we're seeing. So,
Yeah, Brett.
Did you run an A/B test on that?
well, we will try it at some point, but the point is not now because it's working really well for upgrades. But also what we are doing, and you can look forward to, and maybe even happen this week, because again, I'm on vacation, if you can't tell, is we are going to have a deep research report of the week that will be broadly available. But you will have to be interested. You will learn about what I'm interested in when I make the deep research report. But everyone will get a sample of its amazing power. But yeah, no, we'll probably, but I have found, I'm curious, the trial thing, I've seen every flavor of every subscription tactic known to man over 12 years. And everyone thinks the trial is great, but you attract a lot of people outside of your core audience, and then you waste a lot of time trying to convert the wrong people. And so, but it could also be, I used to think we were just not good at trials, but now if you really like sat a subscription founder down and asked them the deep dark secret, they would admit that trials are not all they're cracked up to be.
Like a shitty customer.
Yeah. So, but
like, Britt,
I
you're
think
a shitty customer.
I didn't even know I wasn't a pro user. I'm so sorry.
Click that button. Give me an extra $300.
But can you just give me?
That's a different problem.
Yeah, that's a different problem, Jess. You should
email everyone. You should email everyone the subject line to be, "You're not a pro user." That's not a pro user.
Yeah, that's a good idea. I'll write that down.
That's a very high convert email from you, being like, "You're not a pro user."
Yeah,
and it's
I'll just start sending some texts.
And then you just know that if you don't upgrade to pro, one, you don't get deep research, and two, Jessica knows that you're not a pro user.
I know everything about.
I don't know how you feel about that.
And if you're on a podcast with her and you're not a pro user, it's going to be bad.
I just feel sorry for you at that point, because how you can be a venture capitalist without our generative AI database in 2025, thoughts and prayers. Like,
fair.
Good luck,
I clicked
folks.
upgrade right now, so I'm in.
I'm actually surprised I'm not surprised it's not in your LPA, right? That you're allowed to do deals.
Your LPs are pro subscribers, so I just want you to know.
Yeah, I think I've been a pro subscriber since day one.
I think you probably were the first, Dave. Thank you.
My subscription is through Offline Ventures. Contact support for more information. Now I can't even do this. Okay. I'll debug this with you later.
This is product feedback.
No, this is
There should be a form, or just buy it now and put a credit card in. You know?
Yeah.
Or you could complain to me on a podcast and then I can email support after the podcast and it will be resolved.
Thanks,
Guys,
Jess.
we're really building a great business over here. All right. Okay. So this Chrome bid is just wackiness. I
think it's AOL Time Warner 2.0.
Right.
Someone read the history of AOL Time Warner and like, here's what we're going to do. We're going to use a made up inflated currency to buy a real thing.
Yeah.
And if they ever were to actually pull it off, that would be amazing for them because AOL Time Warner was one of the greatest deals in history for AOL shareholders.
Google's not going to sell
Google
Chrome
have a
ever.
duty of care for Chrome here?
Isn't this just to push the antitrust agenda that to say there are bids on the table here? So they need to like further speculate on what could happen?
Google isn't going to have to sell Chrome. They're not going to have to sell Chrome.
Chrome needs to be stewarded like a, genuinely important piece of land. It
does use way too much memory.
Perhaps.
Oh my
but it's
God.
still
I
the
just
best.
thought about, I live inside of Chrome more than anything else. Like even
You mean
more than
Perplexity. You live inside of
No.
Perplexity.
3.5 billion people do, Jess. How much do you think people would churn if Perplexity bought Chrome?
Unfortunately, very few.
Like what percent would churn?
Wait, you're going to Safari?
Where would they
Internet
go?
Explorer?
DuckDuckGo?
DuckDuckGo.
What are you talking
my
about?
God.
DuckDuckGo is not a browser. That's
It's a search engine.
Sorry,
But
what's
guys-
the other one that I'm thinking of? That's the browser that people are using. Anyway.
Firefox?
No, there's like...
Firefox is
It's
now the
all
hottest
Chromium.
commodity
Yeah.
in town.
Yeah.
It's all Chromium.
It's
But
all
I actually don't know
Chromium.
the relation. I assume Chromium is open source and then
It is.
Chrome is
Yeah, it
not
is.
open source.
Wait,
So
and-
whatever.
But also, actually, that's a good point, Sam, because there have been multiple trials that have not gone in Google's favor, but we're still awaiting what the remedies are going to be. And the judges are like coordinating. So that's why there's speculation about Google selling things, but there's no like hard and fast, here's what you have to do. And the people most against the Chrome spinoff were exactly those companies that were using Chromium. And it seems very unlikely that Google will be forced to divest Chrome. What will be really interesting and all eyes are on is whether Google will be able to maintain its default Apple search deal. And I hear that there's a lot of scenario planning, but it's sort of unclear at this point. And so Apple has plans for if they can, and plans for if they can't, and plans for if it looks like they can't, but they'll find a way to get around it. But I think that's the most likely, like, actual change to come to the ecosystem.
You know who should buy Chrome? Yahoo. I'm ready for Yahoo to come back.
Oh, yeah.
It's like if you're going to use a made-up currency to buy something real,
Guys, Yahoo
it should be
exists. Yahoo will probably go public again.
I'm a shareholder.
Yeah.
I've made money on Yahoo. I'm very pro Yahoo.
Yahoo's gonna be ringing the bell. It's gonna be wild.
What's it worth right now? What's Yahoo worth?
Sam would know, but it has
I actually
traffic.
don't know, but I invested in the buyout because it seemed like a screaming good deal. And those guys have already made all the money on the real estate. And like now it's just like all free upside. It's a great financial deal.
Crazy. Google's paying Apple, what, $20 billion for being the default search engine of Safari?
Something like
that. So wouldn't they have to pay similar, if not more, if Chrome got purchased by someone else? So like this is just going to rack up the cost for Google if they have to do this elsewhere, right? It would be very, very expensive for Google's bottom line.
Well, no, but what the court would say is that Google, you can't do a deal with Apple. And
Not Apple, but whoever else would buy Chrome. Like if Safari,
no, these are different. One's a search deal, one's Chrome. They're very different.
No, I know, but like because Chrome has an embedded Google search in it, if Google still wanted that distribution of search within Chrome, they would have to pay somebody for that, right?
That's Perplexity's brilliant plan.
Yeah.
Right. So they went from 34 million to $20 billion in revenue.
It's like we're going to buy it for $35 billion and we're going to pay for it with your money.
That's what I'm saying.
I bet there are people at Apple thinking about buying Perplexity. Oh my God. Can you stop them, Dave, please?
I'll do my best.
Who cares? Apple won't even notice.
No,
They're
I
not.
don't
They're
think
busy
so.
with robots and hardware.
No, I don't
That's
think
the
they need
latest
Perplexity.
rumor this week.
Do their robots have hands?
Well, it's a lifelike Siri, they said. That was the rumor today.
Oh God, but that's the last thing. A lifelike Siri,
Wait,
are you
that's
kidding? It's going
hardware?
to kill everyone. Like, The last thing anyone wants in the world is a lifelike Siri.
Well, the last thing anyone wants in the world is an actual voice Siri right now, much less a lifelike Siri.
It's like voice Siri is the most retarded of the assistants
Oh, you can't
by
say
a
that,
mile.
Sam.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine how retarded a lifelike humanoid robot Siri would be? It
Do
would
you
be a
guys
disaster.
have any more intel on the OpenAI hardware? Just doing some reporting
The
on the
lamp?
pub. Yeah, well,
This is
Sam,
the
I
one
don't
we
know if
think is
that's
a lamp?
public.
Oh, Johnny Ives hardware? Because I think they're working on
Yeah.
a lot of different types of hardware too.
I know, but there have been all sorts of rumors. But what do you guys think as early investors in Humane? You know the space.
Well, all we know is that they invested a while ago in Opal, the camera company that we're investors in. That was like 2 years ago. And,
They've got a lot going on.
There's something going on in that realm for sure.
I just am not. Where were we? Oh, I had a really insightful joke. I don't make a ton of jokes, but we were walking with our friend Aaron Sittig and realizing that we were so grateful we had flashlights because of our phones. And I said something to the effect of, take that AI device. What are you going to do for the flashlight? Because that really is like one of the last things.
One of the best parts of the Swiss Army knife.
It's a phone, And so
I guess the device could just be a flashlight.
That I love. Bring back the flashlight. I've always thought that the cane was the thing to bring back.
Flashlight.
Cane.
Mini flashlight.
But flashlight is an amazing idea. If you're just like, it's a flashlight,
Yeah.
it just happens the flashlight can also take pictures and you talk to its butt. That's a great product.
It's like a microphone flashlight.
Yeah, totally.
How many times a week do you guys use a flashlight?
A lot.
Not very. No. What?
What are you talking
What are you
about?
guys using this
On your
for?
phone? All the time.
Why?
I don't know.
What do you do when you have to go to the bathroom in the middle of the night? Or do you not do that?
I don't go to the bathroom in the middle of the night.
It's part
She
of the
doesn't
man.
drink
It's part of
20,
the man side,
50
Sam. We can talk
ounces
about
of
it. The man
liquid at 10
protest.
p.m.
So look, here's the thing. I wouldn't do very poorly at a large company at this point in my life. There's just no chance.
We know.
It's not my thing.
Yeah, we're aware.
But
Same.
Newsflash.
the thing I miss is if you worked at Apple, you could look up when the flashlight was on and be like, oh yeah, all the old men are getting up using the flashlight to pee. And that's an amazing thing you can look at scale that you just can't look at when you're on the outside,
This
And I would
is
love to know
breaking
that
news
fact.
I
to
would
me
love to know
that
that too.
men are using their phone flashlight in the middle of the night to pee. Is this a real trend?
That's the theory.
To get to the
That's the
bathroom,
theory.
not while you're
Wait,
going
first
to the
of-
bathroom.
What?
I pee in the middle of the night a fair amount, and I never use my flashlight because the last thing you want to pick up in the middle of the night is your phone.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the first thing I pick up in the middle of the night.
That's why you stay up.
There's funny shit in there.
But I used it to remove a splinter this week, and I used it to walk 10 feet in the dark. So, but these AI devices, how are they going to help us with this?
Well, I actually think the nice part is, this device is being developed in San Francisco, and the other thing you use a flashlight, like a big mag light, big battery, you can just beat homeless people with it.
Well, I
Oh
thought
my
you were going to
God.
say it could be used as a weapon. I do we would need women would need carrying cases. We need carrying cases. I think there's an accessory line to go along with this. If we played this vision out, there's a lot that we could dream up here. So maybe that's what OpenAI is building. Jess, what do you think?
I don't know. I bet I'm wondering when is the AI hardware next cycle going to be the holiday season? When?
No, they didn't even know
No.
what they were building when they did the acquisition.
No, I think it's 2 years out.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay, but where are the
Unless you count
startups at?
Meta glasses, right?
Oh,
But,
yeah.
I feel like that's.
Those are awesome.
But I feel like that's not
I'm
really.
a huge fan of
It's
Meta
not
glasses.
actually an AI device. They're like a camera that are awesome.
Guys, I'm going to go for it because I've had some crackers. I'm feeling a little punchy, if you didn't know that. But I think the obvious thing is we're slightly there. We're a little bit off. It's probably not a flashlight. It's probably a fleshlight.
Fleshlight.
Oh my god!
Because that's an AI with AI. Because that makes sense.
The toilet.
A fleshlight. Yeah. Okay.
No, a fleshlight is what it's called, Britt. We're just going to move on. But for the people who know what that
They'll
is.
laugh.
And
I
I
don't
will
know
agree that if Johnny I made one of those with AI on board, that would sell.
What is a fleshlight? I'm
I don't
Googling.
think we want to
You don't
Google
want to
it.
know, Brett.
Wait, I do though.
No.
Brett, no.
Oh my god! What is this? And why are there so many links to it? This is crazy.
It's massively popular. I mean, this is like a huge industry that needs AI.
Now I have to look this up too. Okay.
Now Google's really going to think my search queries are all weird and my Google News feed's going to be awful tonight.
Can someone summarize this for me without...
No, maybe you shouldn't.
This is a fun new. This is a fun new part of the podcast, Sam. It's like reaction videos where you say something crazy that they don't know about, and then we get to watch their faces as they.
Oh my god, the form factor. Okay, actually, fleshlight.com is the only link you need to go to. But it's a little X-rated, so just be careful.
It's 100% X-rated.
Just thinking about where AI fits in the ecosystem of hardware.
Okay, So mildly slow news week on the technology front, mildly slow, but banger news week on the entertainment, sports, Taylor Swift front. Britt, give us the latest. As of this taping, the podcast has yet to drop.
Gosh. All right. Well, this is going to be old news by Friday when I'm anticipating a new single will be released.
Really? Already?
Yeah. My best bet is the single's out on Friday. And just to back up for all of you non-Swifties out there, Taylor Swift in an hour from now is going to be doing one of her first ever actual podcasts because she's notorious for not doing podcasts. And she's doing it on Travis Kelce's podcast, which is a sports podcast he does with his brother, Jason Kelce. And she's teased that she's announcing a new album. It's her 12th album. Everyone's been waiting for this with anticipation. It's like glittery orange and mint green. I wore mint green today, if you couldn't tell. And it's called The Life of a Showgirl. The big questions are, what kind of music will this be? When is the first single? When's the full album? What collabs are on there? There's a lot of rumor about Sabrina Carpenter being on the album because Sabrina has changed her website too to start aligning to some of this. And I think the biggest takeaway is just she has started dropping hints about this album 3 years ago. If now everyone's realizing, for instance, the symbol of the album is a lock, an actual lock that you use a key for. Her stage for the Eras tour, which started 2 years ago, was in the shape of a key. In the Eras tour, she walked through an orange door in the very last show. The whole color and the symbolism of this album is orange. She has music videos that pointed to the exact time that she would announce the 12th album in the Bejeweled music video, for instance, which came out years ago. So this is beyond mastermind.
Why does that matters? Because it keeps people like you hooked.
Well, I think it's a marketing lesson. This is multi-year marketing planning.
What's amazing to me today is brands like United Airlines and Hershey's changed their logos to orange and posted about it. I get Spotify.
This is the beginning of the end. This is the beginning of the end.
Sam, say more.
Few reasons. First, intel from the children. The children in our world recently talked without context that Taylor Swift was no longer that interesting, and they've moved on.
You have boys, Sam.
There were girls present. Girls presents,
and they're just
13-year-old girls.
Let me tell you something clear. Let me tell you one of the rules of marketing. When Hershey's is on board, you are cresting on the way down. There's that is not a that is a brand, that is a sellout brand when you done. That's not an up and coming brand. So look, more credit to her. Taylor's incredibly successful. Everyone's got their arc, but I'm calling it, we're past peak Taylor at this point if she's doing deals with Hershey's.
No, she's not doing deals. Hershey just needs to bask in the Swiftie glory. Yes, I hope the music's
If the music is good, it won't matter.
No, music is just cultural. There's no actual currency to any of this stuff.
Brands change their logos for the Olympics. It doesn't mean the Olympics is a bad brand on its way out.
The Olympics is bigger than a pre-announcement of an album. And Britt.
That's what I'm saying.
The Olympics are also honestly, I hate to say it because I love the Olympics, but the Olympics are past their prime, right? The Olympics are not what they were, right? They've kind of jumped the shark, unfortunately. I love the Olympics, but when the big story is the breakdancing lady, the Olympics has also jumped the shark.
Yeah.
Here's the deal. Here's my long-term macro hypothesis. Taylor Swift's favorite number is 13. Today's the 13th. That's why she's talking about it on the 13th, yada, yada, yada. This is the 12th album. Taylor, by the way, is about to turn 36. And I think she's got one more album, the 13th album, and then she'll be closer to 40. She'll be married. She'll want to have kids with Travis. And then she's going to be like, cool, that was it. I'm out. Peace. And then she's going to go be a film producer. Jay-Z. Yeah, I think she retires by 40. She does her 13 albums. She owns all of them. She makes billions of dollars. She marries Travis. The Chiefs win the Super Bowl. Like, she does one last final tour. And then she's like, cool. And that was my music career. And maybe she'll do some like fun things later on and collabs.
So
but
she's
then
not going to do the Madonna thing?
She's like
I think
building
she'll do like
universe.
a Broadway show. I think she'll do like some things
She's
here
got
and there.
Sabrina and Benson Boone, all these people that she like made.
Yeah, she's going to be like, like Dre. She's going to produce the rest of them. No, she'll definitely have like a legacy. I just think her music is almost, it's not done, but her like these 13 albums are like the Taylor Swift anthology.
Catalog. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Version one, you know?
Yeah, I don't know. It sort of feels to me like she's going to keep going.
No one retires from this game.
Yeah.
They just say they're
How much
retiring.
money does she make per
album?
album? Like, I mean, it's sort of like at some point financially irresponsible to not make another album.
Well, I think all of her people are going to be probably really pissed if she says that. But like, she genuinely, I think, wants to be a mom because
I don't know.
Close. And
part of it is also the tour, right? Like touring is like a way of life.
But are you saying that you can't both be a pop star and a mom?
No, but I think she wants to be out
That's
of the
most
spotlight for a
anti-feminist
few
thing
years.
I've ever heard.
She wants to.
You know, we can. How are we gonna, Dave? How are we gonna handle this in our protest?
I don't know. We've got to think about it. Think it through.
Let's get Taylor to WTF, Jess. I think we can do it.
Yeah, sure. Well, also it should not go overlooked that her first podcast is with her boyfriend, thus continuing the go direct trend in media.
How many listeners / viewers do you think it will get? Over
a
under?
A shit ton. I
100
mean, already
million?
New Heights gets, I actually don't know.
More than the Super Bowl? More than the Super Bowl?
That's a great question. Wait, how?
Who are the sponsors on this podcast?
I know. Who are the what's the Super Bowl viewing?
It's like the same sponsors that sponsor the NFL.
Isn't it like 50 million?
It's like the Geico Frog and, Hershey's.
Hershey's about to crush.
127 million. So will she over under?
So kind of like on par with our podcast then. Like basically the same.
I think she will be close to Super Bowl numbers.
Okay, that's a good bet. I'll bet you a matcha, Brett. I'll bet you a matcha.
A week from today. Let's look at the YouTube.
I think she should buy Chrome. I think she should buy Chrome.
And charge Google $20 billion a year to run the search engine.
It's a way more gnarly move than buying like Twitter, It's like, no, I'm going to own Central Park.
It's like a lot of Chrome is used to look up my music. And it makes sense for me to buy Chrome. And I'm going to do a SPAC. If she did the Erez SPAC.
Ooh, I like it.
The Taylor SPAC would crush it. Right? And she's like, you just go, and then she goes buy Chrome. And that's her next move.
And then she's done with music?
Just think how good like the little click noises would be. Like they could make like really fun noises on the buttons. That
Taylor
could be
noises?
part of the integration.
Maybe she would remove the fleshlight.com from Chrome search.
That would not be on brand.
I mean, if you control the browser, she could remove who are the people she has beef with. She could just like remove them from the internet.
Scooter Braun will no longer exist.
No, she's healed a lot of those wounds. She's doing better.
That's just what people say.
I'm sure she has it. Poor Blake Lively is going to be wiped away from.
It's like Blake Lively's number one fear. She wakes up in cold sweats every night thinking that Taylor's going to buy Chrome. And like that will be the end.
Oh my God, this wild moment. Well, we'll listen to the podcast. I hope the album comes out before October. That there was some date that said October.
Mid-October is like the latest possible date it'll come out.
Yeah. Okay. Well, that'd be good. I hope the music's great. Showgirl. I'm getting like
there's some theories that there's a Broadway show tied to this. So just keep that in mind. I'll leave it there.
That she's going to be in?
Because the books in the background of this teaser video of the podcast with Travis had books that related to Broadway. And the authors of the books, one of them died on August 12th, which was the day of the announcement. And the other author died at age 87. Just saying.
Wait, what's the significance of 87?
87, Travis's number.
Those books definitely weren't there before, let's be real.
Well, there were friendship bracelets there.
Yeah.
Britt, is there an AI that does this?
She must have a deep research at this point, Jess.
I'm in some weird back channels. I'm going to leave it at that.
That's a
Taylor Swift deep research.
That is a fabulous idea. No. If you just had a LLM that you tuned and its only job was to come up with conspiracies, that would be extremely popular. You just tune that. You're like, look, here, I'm going to give you a person and some random facts. I need you to make compelling conspiracies.
Isn't this what they already do,
it.
Sam? I mean, don't we have like problems globally with this right now?
But they don't do it on purpose and own it. If you're just like, look, we're tuning this intentionally to be the greatest. Like, we know you're trying to create conspiracies anyway. We're just going to give you what you want. It's conspiracy AI. You pay $20 a month, and we will come up with the best conspiracies.
Okay, Sam, I'm happy to announce we are late to dinner with your mother. So.
Oh, I had cheese and crackers, so I'm good.
I'm not going alone. Because of this fact, we are going to have to find a way to bring all this insight and knowledge that we've shared with our listeners to a close. So we suggest you hang up on this podcast, wrong analogy, and make sure to check out New Heights. Then make sure to text Britt all your theories.
Yeah. You can join my back channel.
Leave in the comments. Leave a comment for who should buy Chrome. I think we should use our comments.
Comment somewhere, YouTube, Spotify. If you're a Swiftie, comment, and I'll get you in my back channels.
Oh my God, more back channels. Okay,
but I will give a T-shirt, worn or unworn, your choice, to the best comment on who should buy Chrome.
Fair. So we're going to get a lot of comments.
Well, let's see.
And we've got our viewership bet. Britt, you owe me a matcha, or I owe you a matcha. You win if she's within
127 million.
of
10%.
a Super Bowl audience, either direction.
That's a huge number for a podcast, Jess. You're going to lose this, hardcore.
No, I'm taking the other. I think she's not
taking the over. Yeah, I'm taking the over.
Oh my God, Britt, you're going to lose that, and you owe me $1 million from Mars? You're just racking up the bill
data
here.
next week. Wait for the data next week. Just saying.
I'm going to wait. I'm going to keep an open mind, and I'll look forward to my matcha.
I'm cross-channel across Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube.
But not clips, podcasts. People who listen to the podcast.
Well, it's a video podcast, Jess. It's
views.
I know, they're going to be watching
but you can't watch a 30 second. You have to it's a
this
podcast
is the problem
view.
with understanding digital video, Jess. I don't know who watched the whole thing. It's a podcast
view. You have to listen to at least X minutes to count as a view.
Well, I can't see her analytics of her podcast. I can only see YouTube and TikTok.
Okay,
Jess,
then add those up.
Win this. Don't worry about it.
Okay, Morans, we will be back in the Bay next week. We will be doing this from not quite the same zip code, but closer to the same zip code.
Guys, the pool house is shockingly not finished, so I'm going to have to find a different place to stream.
Guys, I think it's still a whole... I think it's
a construction project in the Bay Area that's not on time. Surprise, surprise.
Also, apparently a demolition that was supposed to happen in May is happening next week. Another one. So, anyway.
Yeah. Okay, go to dinner. You got to get to your mom.
Thank you, friends and listeners and back channel. And we'll see you here next week for another episode of More or Less. Bye.
Bye, guys.
If you enjoyed this show, please leave us a virtual high five by rating it and reviewing it on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, YouTube, or wherever you get your podcast. Find more information about each episode in the show notes and follow us on social media by searching for @MoreOrLess, @DaveMorin, @Lesson, @JLesson, and as for me, I'm @Brit. See you guys next time.